welcome back to the show. Today we are discussing Fade to Black. So, Fade to Black is an interesting movie. This was put out by Vinegar Syndrome. Now, the main character, Eric Binford, and oddly enough, I don't know whether the people of Home Improvement were inspired by the last name in this, but every time they called him Binford or Eric Binford, I just kept thinking of Home Improvement, because that's the name of the tool company, was Binford Tools. But Eric Binford is obsessed with movies. And he meets a girl who is played by an Australian model, I can't think of her name off the top of my head, who looks similar to Marilyn Monroe, and he thinks she's Marilyn Monroe, and then goes on to try to date her. She doesn't show up, and he mentally declines. So, something I noticed while I'm thinking of it, these are the two sleeves for it. I kind of like this one better, but I haven't figured out how to open it and get this one in. But while I'm, so back to Fade to Black. Eric Binford, at least in my mind, seems like he would have autism. He is very awkward in social situations. Like, for instance, there's a hooker, and she mentions that she's out working, and he goes, "Oh, you work at night? What are you doing?" Which is something that, in my mind, someone with autism would say. Why do I know this? Well, I have Asperger's syndrome. Most of you know that. If you don't, now you do. I have Asperger's syndrome, and that's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of something that I would say. He is very awkward in social situations. Would I say this is a good movie? I would not. This is not a good movie. While Eric Binford is obsessed with movies, and his kills are based around movies, and one parody segment I'm going to talk about here in a second. That is the most interesting part of this movie. It's the fact that the kills are all based around movies, and there's clips interspersed of movies that, in his mind, he is portraying. So another thing that makes me point to autism with him is he is obsessed with movies. And most people with autism are obsessed with something that is non-tangible. Like, for me, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with the Rocky Horror Picture Show at one point, Little Shop of Horrors at one point, The Heavenly Kid at one point. So Eric Binford may very well have had autism, which made this movie very hard for me to watch. People pick on him because they don't understand him, and that is very hard to watch for. Two other things that stuck out about this movie is his boss plays harmonica, snorts a ton of coke, or not a ton, but snorts cocaine, and then plays harmonica very fast and a lot better than he was, which I thought was interesting. And then there's the parody scene. The woman who looks like Marilyn Monroe is taking a shower, and he shows up, he has a pen, and you think he's going to stab her, and instead, he just says he wanted her autograph, drops the pen, and ink runs down the drain of the shower like in Psycho. I thought that was kind of cute. Other than that and the kills, I'd say skip this movie. If you just want to see the kills, go for it. But to me, the story isn't all that interesting. I mean, it's a guy obsessed with movies, his mental faculties, like he starts to lose it mentally and then starts killing people based on movies. That does have promise. Like, the killing people based on movies I like. But I really didn't like the story of him falling in love with someone who he thinks looks like Marilyn Monroe and her accidentally standing him up. Not a huge fan of it. But I am glad I saw it. I am glad I do have this in my collection. So, this is my new set, by the way. I don't know if y'all can see it. My Joe Bob figure, the Ash figure I got for Christmas. So, I'm going to put this back where it was. I do not recommend Fade to Black. I recommend just, if you want to watch it, just watch it for the kills. Last I knew it was on Shudder. I don't recommend buying it unless you really, really like it and have watched it at least once. I am going to keep it because there is commentaries and stuff like that on it, which leads me to my question. So, I usually don't ask for your comments on stuff. I usually don't say comment down below, but here, for once, I am. My next review is going to be of Beastmaster, and I am doing a special feature on that. So, it'll be the movie and my review of the special feature. Putting that aside, for my future reviews, would you like me to review the movie, their special features, and their commentary? Or would you like me to see, like, okay, I reviewed Fade to Black today, and I come back to the commentary like a few weeks later, or maybe review the commentary that next week? How would you like me to do it? Or are you comfortable with me just reviewing the movie? If you just like me reviewing the movie, say so. If you want me to do special features, say so as well. Please put it in the comments below. Please thumbs up this video if you like it. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe please. It means a lot to me. Thank you for watching. Hopefully the heater or the furnace did not block everything I said and it doesn't sound too bad. So thank you for watching. Thank you for everything. And remember, stay spooky, stay scary, take care. Next week, it will be Beastmaster.